Well, hello there, my dear children of the apocalypse, and welcome to the 3 things most War Thunder players will never achieve. This PowerPoint took a very long time for me to make, so I would appreciate if you could squeeze that like button and let me know in the comment section below what other topics of War Thunder stories you would like to hear. So, let's get started. Number one. Number one thing that most War Thunder players, will never achieve, and I have, is spading everything. Spading everything means that you unlock all the vehicles in the game and fully spec them out, unlock every single upgrade that is possible. And the reason why I believe nobody will ever get to do this again is because Gaijin has decided to continue adding more and more vehicles and more modules that make no difference whatsoever to the quality of the game. So I'm glad to say that I was able to do it about 2 or 3, 4 more times before the patches inevitably became overwhelming. With helicopters, ships, and more stuff that I don't need being added every single patch, I'm very happy that I won't ever have to deal with that kind of pain ever again. But it's shameful to know that so will nobody else. Number two. Nummer zwei. Number 2 thing that most people will never get to do is the E100. Now, I am not a proud owner of one E100, I'm a proud owner of 2 E100s, as I believe I have them on both of my accounts, the Orange and the Green Doom. Wonderful tank, beautiful, it was very fun to play, and good to know that I was able to unlock it through legal matters rather than buying it like some rich pleb on the War Thunder store. What about a bonus round? Let's go for the ego. A bonus thing that most people will never really achieve is the title God of War. God of War was such a fun grind for me, and I'll tell you why I don't think many more people will get it. And the reason is that because the grinding section that I was doing God of War at was during patch 1.69, which we know now was the greatest patch of all time. But essentially back then, rockets in ground forces actually did damage, which means that you could get pretty much on average between 12 and 15 kills each and every match, very respectfully and very regularly. And that made the grind extremely fast. So 100,000 kills has to be achieved, and in realistic battles, being times 2 means only 50,000 kills. Still a very, very big number, and I think a unachievable, unobtainable goal for the majority of players. But what about the grand finale? The final round. The hardest, most impossible to accomplish of the accomplished hardest of hardest. In the voice of Borat, you will never get this. I think that is an undisputed and unrefutable fact that most people will never be able to quit. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. No, seriously, I'm here to make a bit of a memeful one, but the reality is that most people have a hard time quitting this game, and I was among them. I don't know if you remember, but in 2017, I believe, I joined this tournament in the BF109 F4. I was streaming it, and this was also the moment where I believe I quit live on stream. It was the moment of realization that my life in reality, my real life, was so miserable and so empty and so devout of any reason for me to really continue playing this essentially pointless video game in order to escape the reality of my life. And it took several years. I believe for the next 2 years I was on and off. I would still log in, I would create some content, I would try to entertain people, I would try to get a stream going. And I am so happy now that I have been put into a position where I actually don't have the capacity to play. Every couple of months, I will log in to the game. I will force myself to play one match and hate it and never touch it again for the next couple of months. So this is a tough state to achieve. You know, after you go through all the grinding and you put all the hours in, I think for the average player, realistically speaking, and I know this sounds brutal, but yeah, I think most people struggle to quit. Anyways, that is actually it for this video. I wanted to make one that was a little bit more lighthearted, but do let me know in the comment section below. Is there something War Thunder related or a top top list that you would like me to visit and create a PowerPoint for, because I actually do kind of enjoy making these. They're quick, they're easy, and I believe they make for entertaining content. But as always, thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more self-improvement content next week. Cheerio, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.